Well, okay, let's kind of just go through this step by step, and um, it's not a conversation I normally have with most of the hosts, but they're also not that deep into some of this minutia. So let's kind of discuss it for a minute and see if we can break it down a bit. For example, there is questions about whether or not you can even detonate a nuke outside of certain um, physics with certain alignments of the planet and sun, things like that. There's another theory that actually I think has some possible validation. For example, when we were doing all the nuclear tests back in the 50s and early 60s, uh, that became the basis for the test ban treaty, that
Right.
we were seeing action on the surface of the sun with sunspots. Now, in normal physics, it would not be possible with electromagnetic anything, pulses, etc., of the infinitesimal
Uh-huh.
nature of the biggest nuclear bomb you can imagine to have an effect on the sun. The other side of the coin is in the other physics that doesn't that's not actually true, and there was questions. Um, is there in fact um, something happening beyond the normal electromagnetic physics, photonic physics that we operate in that we don't understand, that is having an effect at
Uh-huh.
in great distance that is triggering things on the surface of the sun
Mhm.
and in the physical realm that we
Right.
don't fully understand yet. And
Right.
so
Great
that's a
point.
fun, interesting conversation.
Mhm.
I'm one of the few people that probably actually gets it on the physics and have looked at that pretty extensively. Um, but now let's go to some of the other stuff that you're discussing.
Mhm.
Uh, and I've tried to avoid these conversations for the most part for this reason. Most of the public are just not equipped um, to go into Galactic Alliance and our space alien buddies, the Watchers, the good guys, the bad guys. Is it biblical? Is it extra biblical with Laurentia?